Welcome back one all the more, Trails in the Sky. Last time we left off, we first got on this boat in the sky and decided, looking around, we found the Star Door. Now, take on the Star Door right now. Only those who have struggled through countless battles are worthy of entering here. Only upon finishing the 400th battle will this door be opened. Let's go inside. I shall grant you a memory fragment and my blessing. Report on the attack on the Erebonia's Bracer Guilds. In 1202 and S1202, many of the branches of the Bracer Guild in Erebonia came under attack in quick succession. The perpetrators were an armed group, but all else about them was unknown, and the guild, along with all connections to it in the nation, fell into a state of confusion. Before long, the orbital communications network in the capital was rife with calls and messages, and the situation grew increasingly grave. From Intelligence Division, 1st Division, General Staff Office. At dawn yesterday, the capital's guild houses were completely destroyed by powerful explosives. According to the 2nd Division's analysis, the explosives were likely set directly below those buildings in the city's underground waterways. Judging by the explosives used and the means employed, this was the work of professionals, currently working to confirm the locations of the potentially dangerous persons in the country. From Intelligence Division's 3rd Subdivision, Intelligence Division 1st Subdivision. A Jaeger member has been found among those suspected to be entering the country illegally, confirmed to be responsible for logistics in a Jester Jaeger corps. Keep an eye on other members of the same corps in the country. At dawn today, the guild house in Heimdallar came under attack. We are unable to contact the bracers charged with overseeing them. We request the aid of high-ranking bracers. This is urgent. We repeat, this is urgent. The Bracer Guild here in Erebonia has sent a message to the guild's Groundsel branch. Judging by the content of the message, at least one high-ranking bracer will be entering Erebonia in the coming days. We request they be pursued and put under strict surveillance upon arrival. Two days after the assault began, Cassius Bright, S-Rank, arrived in the Imperial capital. He assumed the post of provisional representative of the Erebonian Guild. After doing so, he assessed the damage to the guilds and called for the bracers assigned to them, who had become scattered in the chaos, to reconvene outside the city. He ordered a halt to all orbital communications to prevent interception by the enemy. By this point, guilds in 6 cities had been attacked, and the Bracer Guild in Erebonia was beginning to struggle to function. The branches that had yet been attacked requested the army's protection. However, they seemed to be in no hurry to grant their support, making it clear that they had not been counted upon. Meanwhile, the provisional representative was able to estimate the rough location of the enemy's supply base from their movement up to that point. And after choosing a small number of bracers who were familiar with the area, he sent them to try and find it. His reasons for going with his approach was that he had concluded the enemy would have to build a supply base inside the country because of how strict Erebonia's border controls are. It did not take long for his lose the battle but win the war strategy to produce results. The bracers sent by Liberal's Guild is confirmed to be one Cassius Bright. Bright is an S-rank bracer whose file on our subdivision rated him as a level 4 threat, the second highest level possible. He is also the man believed to have commanded the counteroffensive against the Imperial Army during the 100 Days of War. may potentially pose a threat to national security, so he is being carefully watched. Attempt to track CB failed. Current whereabouts are unknown. However, as requested by HQ, we have not raised the alert level and have left it as it stands. Several bracers are currently traveling aboard a train. We believe them to be taking part in some kind of operation. 6 bracers assaulted the Jaeger base. The Jaegers inside the base were apprehended. We have identified them as members of the Jester Jaeger Corps. The discovery of the enemy's base revealed that it was a Jaeger Corps known as Jester who was behind the attacks. After this, however, the Jaeger's movements became much more passive, and the two sides entered a deadlock. This stalemate continued for roughly 2 months. During this time, the Guild representative made contact with the Intelligence Division and began preparing for an operation that would ultimately allow him to bring this trouble to an end. CB has made contact with a member of our subdivision, currently in the process of confirming. The target CB has proposed a joint operation, intended to meet him along again at specified time and date. Strategic analysis of Bracer Guild attacks. Intelligence Division second to subdivision. What eventually broke the deadlock was a brilliant strategy devised by CB. Having successfully made contact with a member of the Intelligence Division, he made them send a message to HQ in hopes it would be intercepted by the enemy. What happened was exactly that. From the message, they were able to deduce the time and place of the next meeting would happen, instead about plotting his assassination. Exactly what CB hoped would happen. During the meeting, CB had also given said Intelligence Division member an encoded message. It contained detailed plans for an operation in which the Imperial Army would defeat the Jaegers after they had been lured out by false information. The General Staff Office chose to go ahead and propose the proposed plan. After a joint operation with the Bracer Guild, the Jaegers, who had gathered to assassinate CB, were surrounded and forced to surrender. Furthermore, the remnants of their forces, who were on other bases, were also defeated after the initial prisoners gave up their locations. Several months after the trouble began, Jester was completely dismantled. Raising the threat level of Cassius Bright S-rank Bracer effectively immediately. Henceforth, he will be regarded as level 5 threat. He poses a severe threat to national security. And must be placed under strict surveillance if he ever enters the country again. Confirmed that the surveillance target left the country today. His departure was without incident. Handing controls over the mission over to our foreign agencies. Transmission over. We have also confirmed CB's departure. We shall continue to pursue him, but he has not shown any suspicious behaviors to date. We have yet confirmed any interactions between him and the minstrel. We will continue to follow their movements. I get some armor and a lot of money from that. That was an interesting look at Cassius' activity during what happened in the first game. It actually increases strength. Speed up, dexterity, down, agility, and movement. Oh dear God, girl, you have this more down on your end. So for her, equip. Dear God, you will not hit anything. You will hit everything in the field, woman. Okay, so we're gonna teleport back to where we were because we don't need to be here. I know this is even shorter than the normal short episode, but next time we'll actually be going forward with the plot. and moving on to take on this part of the ship, the head. And with that, I'll see all of you guys next time. Till then, everybody.